Hello everyone. I think I am live, but we will wait for chat to confirm, because that's going to be how I get all of my information in the following 5 minutes before I figure out that yes, this is indeed actually working, because I've never done this on YouTube before. I see an A from a Faith. That is an excellent start. How you all doing? I am not really committed to this run. This is just me. Let's get back to the home menu. Let's have a little peek on where we're doing on the leaderboard. What's new? I'm sure this is all old new stuff. That's because that's not the leaderboard. That is the patch notes. That's the leaderboard. I'm live. Great success. Me and my big shiny forehead. We are in 28th position on 4.8 E20 at the moment. And we have Ilgil, Ashton, Header, lots of the usual suspects up at the top. And where are we? 28th, not 20th. Among some good company, I'm sure. So down below, down here, you can see a great big list of all the numbers between 1 and 98 plus those primes or highlighted. So we are going to try and do a 1 through 98 run a little bit later on, but we'll start with something a bit more basic. You're doing pretty well. I'm doing very well. It's the weekend. I'm very grateful that I do not have to be doing my office jobby job anymore. I don't dislike it, but you know, at the end of the week, it's not the thing you want to be doing on a Friday night. I'm very excited to be here hanging out with you guys. So, as is the tradition, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to build a 97, because how can you not build a 97 as the very first thing you do? There used to be 2 97s, but I don't really find the need to be as high to get 2 as I used to. But what should we do with this run? Where should we take it? Not to a dice quantity run, because I probably cannot handle that. Not right now. But I think we could try and hunt down some lottery stuff. We could get some Yahtzees going. We could try and do a little baby run as a practice. How's the voice audio compared to the game whooshing and clicking and everything else going on in the background? I have no reference in these headphones, only what I'm hearing from the source. Right. Just buying the smallest number we see on each given tier of the shop, so that then the smaller numbers can contribute to purchasing of the bigger numbers. A lucky clover run. I think we could do a lucky clover run. Get some 7s going, some 77s. Audio is good, excellent. I'm glad to hear it. So we'll build up through some 51. We will build up through 51. We'll get up to a 97. Then see what we can do. The audio is fine if Q, but loud from the game, not by much. We can drop the game a smidge in the back end. Let me know if that changes how things are for you. There was a time a while ago where I had done some streaming on Twitch, but obviously the making of the YouTube videos was the priority for me, but hopefully here I'll be able to make this and then save it immediately as a VOD to YouTube so that everybody else can watch it later, because you can download Twitch VODs and stuff, but the quality isn't great, and you can record while streaming as well on OBS, but that just tanks my PC to all things terrible. But if this is working, then I will take it. Excellent. Perfect audio. What more can you really ask for? I mean, all of the perfect dice and faces and everything else that we could possibly want for the run, but, you know, we'll see how we do. I think the biggest run I've ever had with regards to an actual run of numbers is in the ballpark of 62, something like that. So that was before they added the shop refresh where, or the shop upgrade where you can buy something and have that thing appear more frequently in the shop. So hopefully we can get that working. Right, we're close to the value we need. What do we have? 92, we need 5 more. We can do that with a 2 and a 3. Perfect. So of course 97, the biggest prime number, smaller than 99. Let's upgrade our shop to what I will traditionally call tier 2 rather than level 0 or level 1. X-Ray is here! I cannot believe it's been a whole year. I can imagine your year has been incredibly different than mine, sir. For those of you that don't know, X-Ray is the solo dev that made this game. Every pixel, every number, every bit of back-end coding that I have no capacity for understanding is all the responsibility of X-Ray. Although I think in the Discord I did say, how about a multiplier for the length of the run, and then that got implemented in the next patch, so I'll take credit for that and that alone. Right, what are we looking for on the 3rd tier of shop? Well, we want a multiplier for that 97, and we want a universal reroller. Now, we're not doing lottery stuff today, we're doing lucky 7s first, so we'll build a 7 over there while we can. Happy 1-year anniversary indeed. I really did enjoy your mini documentary about the development and release of the game. And not just because I got name dropped in it. It is fascinating to see what's going on in the back end for all of the stuff that we really have no idea as consumers. Right, there is a 6x2 reroll. We'll grab that and stick it on the die with the 97s, because that's where all our value is going to be coming in the early game. So nice to have all of those dice paying out in triplicate. But I want something better than a 2x. I want like a 3x or a 4x for my 97. I don't need the universal rerollers yet for the tiny dice. There's a 4x, that'll do. So we will stick that on our 97. So that 97 is going to be worth, what, 388 when that rolls? Which is a good time for me. Then we can upgrade our shop again. And with that, we can start looking for some set all faces. That's going to be handy. Currently, we're working on an in-game wiki for all the upgrades. I can tell you, it will certainly be appreciated. When you're a little bit not sure of that one thing that you passed over 2 runs ago, but you can't find it in the RNG, having a wiki is going to be incredible. Now, how many 7s do we want to go for? Do we want 9 dice total or 5 dice total? Because with 9 we can have Yahtzees, but with 5 we can have fewer than 5 dice bonuses on our passives. So that is going to be a decision to be made. But for now, I still want a set all faces. We're going to need some more refreshes. We're going to need some of the passives, although I'm not really sure exactly which ones we want first. Square numbers, we are going to get... We have 4 dice currently, so that's probably not something we want immediately. More re-rollers that I don't particularly want just yet. I will take a shop refresh generator. Will I? I really want to settle die faces because we are scoring basically nothing right now. And without scoring anything, it's going to be hard to really justify big purchases for anything else. But we will buy a clover. Clover's going to be important if we're going to do lucky 7s. Stick it up here on the die that does not currently have a 7 on it. even numbers divisible by 2 bonus. Not really what I want. I want to set all die faces, game. X-Ray, could you have a word with the RNG and have it give me exactly the thing I want when I want it? I'd really appreciate that. Come on, set all die faces. Has to be here somewhere. I'll take a 5x multiplier. We'll stick that on one of the other faces on this die. Flag that, stick that over there. 10x is even better. I might even knock off the 4x on the 97 just because I can't seem to get this die set to where I want it to be. Fewer than 6 die bonus. Go on then. There's a clover. I might have to move chat over somewhere I can see it in my eye line. That's better. Actually implemented seeded RNG in the dev branch. Not sure if it will help you get what you want though. I mean, if you have a good seed, then that's all I need, right? If we have a good seed for the RNG, then everything will be great. Numbers less than 1,000. Numbers less than 13, 1,000%. Yeah, like what were people doing this time last year? Like, I guess still fairly locked down. At least over in our neck of the woods. There we go. Set all die faces. 21k. That's going to go on the 97s. Then the rest we just have to make literally be number 7s. No 99's 200% value. We can now use that central, very profitable die to get a cheap passive while we're looking at it before we refresh the shop and everything gets more expensive. What else do we want? If we're going to go up to 9 dice, we're going to have to buy some dice at some point. And why not get 2 with all voids whilst they're incredibly cheap, right? Yeah, if you have seeds, you could do dailies, and then everyone's competing with the same start, the same RNG, so you could have dailies for that. Maybe even if you had like a daily seed, but you only get 50 shop refreshes, so you have to be really selective about when you plow through them all. Let's die swap the clovers into the center for when we do get our 7s going. Otherwise, I don't think we need any of this. Now the prices all look incredibly expensive, of course. You had to press spacebar for every roll, and the leaderboard couldn't hold scores over 2 billion. Man, that is a long time ago in the game, isn't it? Right, I'm going to buy this lottery die here, just because I want somewhere that I can put shop refresh adders. Because I'm going to need shop refreshes here eventually. I'll keep the 7/7 or the 7s just for inspiration on getting more score. Let's put some more multipliers on our 97s, because that's where basically all of our score is being generated right now. Yeah, I think I remember when it was a really big development that you could use mouse click to roll the dice instead of having to use the keyboard. And then it was spacebar, then it was any key you wanted on the keyboard, then it was click to roll, then it was hold down keys to keep rolling until it stops. Come a long, long way. Do I want any of this stuff? I don't think so. 10x's are great. More shop refreshes are good. We've got 2 dice ready to receive 7s. I'm going to stick 10x's on our void die here. I'm sure that can't end badly for me. Now we need some more rerolls after I skipped over so many earlier. But we'll find them. They'll be out there somewhere. Move a die. You're working on a weekly game mode, but I guess there's no reason it couldn't be daily instead. Not sure which is better. I think it's going to depend on whether you get one go at it or not. If you get one go at it, daily's fine. If you can do the same daily multiple times to try and refine it, then weekly might be better, but depends on how you go. But that was this. Yeah, I think like weekly would probably be fine. We just kind of say daily as kind of the default, because games like Spelunky and Isaac and things have those dailies. I'm going to move one of these 7s onto this void die touching this clover. We don't have the clover bonuses yet, but I'm sure it will come. Rest of this we don't need. We don't need voids individually specifically, I don't think. There's a set all die faces. We're going to want more of those, certainly. We need some prime number bonuses as well and whatnot. Right. You're re-rolling in duplicates. You're now re-rolling in triplicate. Do I want any of this stuff? We have currently 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 die. We need 2 more. One of them will come with the last shop upgrade. So we need to buy 1 more die. Your mum was the bomb. How would seeded RNG work? Would it mean that 2 people who buy the exact same dice would always get the same score? You'd presume so. If the inputs were exactly the same, then the result would be exactly the same. Whether I do like 5 rolls, then buy an upgrade, then refresh, versus if I do 6 rolls, then buy an upgrade, then refresh. I have no idea if a single roll between a purchase would be enough to send things careening off in a different direction or not. Because yeah, there's lots of points where things can change when you're rolling dice 2,500 times. No weight stuff, no generation stuff. I think we can skip over this. Another Shop Refresh adder can go up on Shop Refresh Central. Doubles for an extra 100%, can't really hurt. Rerolling in triplicate, let's get the clovers going on that. Then rerolling in duplicate, we'll get this guy over here. Once the void dice are rerolling in triplicate, we can glue down the face of actual value. Let's take one of these harvested 7s, stick it on that void as well. We don't need 75s. I don't want incrementer dice. Do I want to move anywhere these dice are currently situated? I don't think so. I think we're fine. Another Shop Refresh adder. Thank you ever so much. Doubles for another 50%, or we could afford it already. The value of all even numeric faces will be increased by 50%. Well, we're working up to 7s, so I don't think we need that. But a +2 on a 5 is fine by me. We'll just make some more 7s just so we can throw them around if we need to. Another Shop Refresh adder. I'm being spoiled. Once we've got 6 up there, that will be plenty enough for me. Now we have some glue, and neither of our voids are re-rolling in triplicate, so I don't need to use glue yet. Lottery face re-rolls I'm not interested in. But let's get some more stuff multiplying with what we have available. It's occurring to me in this moment that I have all these different windows up for various reasons. Oh, there it is. I have views and I have concurrent viewers. There you go. 5 of you. welcome all 5 of you. Right, what was I doing over here? Probably refreshing my shop. Right, settle die faces, always welcome. And I think the easiest choice for that is just going to be this guy over here to make all 7s. I'll grab Scavenger because I think it's going to be relatively cheap comparative to the number of roll it takes to get it. I'll take another 10x as well. I'll stick that on here, why not? Yeah, I can only imagine what it would look like if we had a sandbox mode where you could select every individual piece that you wanted of everything. That would result in just... you can only imagine the most broken runs, right? Right, that is a full die of shop refresh adders, so I shouldn't really have to think about that anymore, which is lovely. Let's get this guy re-rolling in triplicate. Don't need any of this stuff. Fewer than 6 dice is no good to us now that, of course, we have 8 dice or 7 dice going on for 9 shortly, because we want to have a square number of dice. Let's get you re-rolling in triplicate. The Buckeye City. I don't know what this reference is. I'm assuming that is a nickname of an American city and or state. Right, let's get this going because we still don't have all of the passives we would want in all the places. But a numeric 7, I think I'm just going to put down on this die here so that we can turn that into all 7s down the line when we want to, at our convenience. Do we take all numeric numbers times 10 now? No, because the shop refresh adders are still doing a lot of work for us at this point. I don't think I need to move anything onto a specific die. I want this 43 gone, but I guess we could move... where are we? Move the 7 that we have going spare on the clover dice over here. Now, how many clovers have I already refreshed over? Because I'm sure it's not 0. Oh my god, he's got a sandbox mode in the works. You can only imagine what the broken rolls are going to be like when you can manipulate every single last thing to your liking. I cannot begin to fathom the time spent doing that. Which dice currently are not refreshing in triplicate? You're not. Oh yeah, the mobile version. The mysterious, mysterious mobile version. I'd love to see how a mobile CPU would compare against computer CPUs when spitting out the really, really big calculations. Do I need to make any 7s anywhere else? Not really, but we can while we're here. More moving stuff. I think I'm happy with the location of things. I guess I'm going to move this die of voids to be parallel to the die of clovers. The clovers aren't actually doing anything for us yet, but they will once we find the correct shop bonuses. Speaking of which, there is another clover. What else? What else? I could get a die of 77s, but a die of just 7s is basically 1500% better because numbers lower than 13 will get higher bonuses towards the end. We're waiting for more updates. Want the game to be super polished before it hits the mobile market. A perfectionist thing. It's understandable. I think when somebody downloads something on their phone from an app store, they kind of expect a specific level of a product, whereas on Steam we're used to seeing patch notes and updates and all of that stuff. Do I want any of this? 5x? I guess I'll take a 5x. Generating some pretty good scores now. Let's keep upping those. I want to get those numbers up to 99 in a couple of places eventually, but obviously we're going to need the correct bonuses for that. Triples, I'll get that until we have Yahtzees going. So we need to buy one more die if we're going to get to 9 after we get one for free from upgrading our shop. The question becomes, what type of die do we buy? Probably a basic one, because then we can add a small number to it to get a 7. All developed in Unity. The only programming I think I ever did, was when I was about 11. We designed a basic web page in HTML on Notepad that never saw the light of the internet. That is the only programming of any kind I ever did. I never even customized a MySpace page using script or Bebo or anything like that. It was never the thing I wanted to be doing. But I kind of wish at this point that I knew all that stuff, because, oh boy, wouldn't it be nice to know all about programming and everything else. Right, which dice I'm not re-rolling in triplicate? You are, you are, you are, you are. I think that is. It's hard to tell, because normally I would run the game in a much higher resolution, but I dropped it down a bit, A for the stream and B to fit in this UI gubbins we've got going on around the place. I think we're all right. Love that I can go and buy something and then back out and get it refunded, unlike years gone by when you were just out of luck. Alright, tell you what, get me one more void die. If we have to buy one more, we'll buy another void die and we'll stick a 7 on it at some point. Because we can get that one that we've just purchased re-rolling in triplicate immediately. .45556% of all mobile games are crap and broken, but in the in-game app purchase definitely works. Oh yeah. Yeah, like, my assumption is that, oh, an undo button, yes. Oh my god, could you imagine the number of times I've been waiting, I've purchased something and I'm like scrolling around looking where to put it, and I click as I'm scrolling away, and I'm like, that was not where that was intended to go. Right. We have one more upgrade to get. Do we have all of our dice rerolling in triplicate? I think we do. We just checked this. We have a reroll in triplicate for sale. So let's upgrade the shop. That gets our last die. Then we can make that die reroll in triplicate. Now we have 9 dice, which is 3 squared. That's going to be important later. Write it down. It will be on the test. Then after that, we can throw some multipliers on some more things. And now we unlock the final tier of things that we can unlock from our shop passives. We can get some glue because the void dice have reroll in triplicate, but we want this face to always be here. So we'll get that rerolling in triplicate and then gluing down the void face, or the non-void face, the void scoring face, whenever it appears. Not me about to write that down before the joke registered in my brain. Ah. You can use your drawing pad and just make a quick digital note and then put it in the Discord for everybody so you can cheat and converge on one document. I need another 7. I'm not going to get it here, am I? I don't need to make that last die reroll in triplicate. We already did that. So let's just work on our way through. There's another glue, which we can put on another one of these void dice. There is also square number plus 200%. That's good because we have 3 times 3 dice, as discussed. So at the bottom we have all the numbers between 1 and 98, because after this run and maybe one more, I'm going to try and make a run of all the numbers between 1 and 98, because if we have 1 dice of each of the numbers 1 through 98 on the same roll, they'll all get multiplied by 98 if we have the correct passive. And all the numbers in pink are the prime numbers, because you can buy a dice of all prime numbers. So when I buy a prime dice, I can go out and pick through all the prime numbers that I might be missing, because they're some of the hardest ones to get made specifically for your faces. The rest of this we don't need. What else do we have? Really, I'm just looking for a couple more clovers and some very specific passives at the moment. Luckily, our ability to score isn't really being outpaced by the cost of things in the shop, which is always welcome. I'll take another glue, because we have another void die up here that we want the scoring face to be glued down. Don't need keys, don't need locks, don't need add die quantity, that's going to be negative for us later on. Don't need slot machine, that's a lottery run thing. There's the big guy. So this is lucky 7s, which is what we've been working up to. If we look at our dice nets right now, you can see that apart from the shop refresh adder, which is just giving us shop refreshes every time one of these faces is rolled 50 times, and the 97s that we bought at the very beginning to give us our initial scoring, everywhere else we're working up to having dice with 7s on and a die full of 4-leaf clovers in the center. So once we get this, we have lucky 7s. Lottery faces that are orthogonally adjacent to a numeric 7 or 77 are twice as likely to be successful. We don't care about that, we're not doing lotteries, but additionally, numeric 7s and 77s are worth 77 times more when orthogonally adjacent to a 4-leaf clover. So our scoring is about to go gangbusters. So let's purchase that for a cool 8 million. Any of the rest of this I want right now? No. Any of the rest of this I want right now before we start shopping, or before we start rolling. I will take a BOGO, and we're at 293 million. Immediately. So, because we bought BOGO, now whenever we purchase something, one thing in the shop that was cheaper than the thing we bought will become the cost of one, or effectively free. So, where do we want that? Probably on here. We need to move this die, because I want the void faces with the 7s to be next to the clovers in the center. Got another 10x, that's fine by me. Let's see. Go on there. The value of all rerolled dice will be increased by 100%, absolutely. On a reroll, if the rerolled face and the previous rolled face are both numeric values, the value of the previously rolled face is added to the current face. Additive effect. So with our glue, that's going to be extremely good, I think. We will find out in time. Right, lots of lottery stuff we don't need, but 500% more value on our numbers less than 13. 7 less than 13. So a 7 next to a clover is going to be worth 77 times much, and it's going to be worth 1,500% more because it's less than 13. It's all starting to come together. There's another clover. Thank you ever so much. One more of those, and we're all set in the center. We don't need fewer than 6 bonus because we have 9 dice. Don't need rigged machine. Passive hunter will pick up for a single roll's worth of points. I need face swap. I'm going to move this 7 off of this die here onto... where are we? This die with all the voids on it. What else do we want? None of this. None of this at all. We could get all of our numeric values now times by 10, but I still think it's a little soon for that. We've still got a lot of other stuff to buy in the short term before we start thinking too much longer about the long term. There's our first bonus for primes. So the 97 that we started with, the largest prime under 100. And of course 7 prime as well. So that's 300% more on those. Any more of this? Do I need to move anything individually? You're going to be a clover. You're going to get set to all 7s. You're going to get set to all 7s. I think we're fine. So now it's really a hunt for some settled die faces. And then also the passives that we really want at this point. We don't need more shop refresh generators, but I do want to set all of those to 7. There are a list of the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Yep, so you've got all the numbers from 1. I've left off 99 at the end because there is a passive that gives you more points if you don't have any faces for 99. So I've left that off the list, but later on we're going to try and build a run from 1 to 98. And by using that as a reference, it's going to be much easier to remember which numbers already exist in the run, because I've done it before and you guys have told me very often that it's frustrating watching me go, do I have a 61? Where's my 61 gone? I can't find it. It's in the list somewhere. So what more do we need now? We need 1 clover here. The rest are 7s. X-ray, if you're still there and you're listening, if I were to have a 7 here on this top center die, and it was flanked by 3 clovers, would it be worth 77 times 77 times 77? Or can it only gain the benefit of a clover once? Because that is something I had not considered up to this point and could make a massive difference in the scoring. Because if you can gain the benefit of the multiplication of 77 multiple times, oh boy, that's going to be a big deal. What else do we want? None of this. Can only gain the benefit once. Alright, well I'm glad I didn't go trying to build that out before we knew it was a possibility. Right, anything that doesn't have a single point multiplier on it, start building those out. What I want to do is there is a passive that lets you add these numbers up in the corner up to times 99. And I want that, but so far no luck in finding it. What I will do though is with these dice of all 7s, I'm just going to glue down one of the faces that has a 10x multiplier on it, so that if and when we do have a chance to start building up those multipliers, we can focus on one face and glue those faces down. Right, do we need to set something to all 7s? We do not, we're all fine for that. Numbers divisible by 5, we do not have any. Lottery rerolls, we do not care about. So I think we're still looking for some prime bonuses. Some square bonuses. We haven't seen double highest die. We haven't seen factor 50 multiplier. So there's a lot of passives we still need. we haven't seen combined face multipliers. So I think right now we're just farming for those, aren't we? And again, we could take the numeric only times 50, but I think I'm going to try and aim to do that last, especially since we still have 1,600 rolls left. I don't want to inflate my score too soon, because your total score is dependent on... Sorry, the cost of things in the shop is dependent on how much you have paid so far for stuff. I am going to roll for a no weights reroll in triplicate, because at the moment we have some of these glued down faces, and if that one is first, it's not re-rolled multiple times. So we want to guarantee that everything is re-rolled in triplicate, regardless of which face lands first. It's an interesting idea though. Perhaps you could set it back to only 7 times instead of 77 times, but let it stack for 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 for a 2,401 multiplier. I can't begin to imagine how broken that would be comparatively in scoring. This is why we need the sandbox, although we couldn't really mess with the programming in the sandbox, but I'm sure you could without too much difficulty. Right, so we're still looking for passives, but that big shop for getting the reroll in triplicate guaranteed has caused the cost of stuff to go up quite considerably. But we do have plenty of rerolls now, which is nice. Alright, let's see if we can now get just more passives, I think. We don't want our numbers to increase. That would break our 7s. There's top 3 for 10... What's that? Million, trillion, 10 billion for top 3. We haven't seen any Yahtzee bonuses yet, which is something that I was really hoping to get to. But you know, things are how they are. How much was this costing me? 10 billion. So I was just bragging about having 1,600 rolls left, and we've burned through about 600 of them near instantly. But you know, that's fine. Top 3 is excellent. We've got more shop refreshes than we could ever worry about at this point, I think. There's double highest die. That's what, 16 billion? Right, our scoring has increased reasonably considering. Testing is tricky. It's hard for me to simulate natural scaling and dice progression without actually playing through a full game, which you don't have the time for small changes. I can appreciate that. I can imagine with how many different things there are to test and not wanting to do one thing and then break it and have to go back and refine each individual change. That would be a lot to do. Alright, where's my Yahtzee bonuses? Where's my factor 50 multiplier? We don't have that yet, do we? I don't see it there. There is additive attached multipliers. That is something I very much want. How much is it going to cost? 34 billion. Our scoring has increased such that that's not too much trouble. Now we're not getting any multipliers up top. But what we can do now is go 10x onto any of these. I'm still missing 1 clover. I barely noticed. Gonna put a 4 on... Did we decide we were doing the bottom one? We are. So we're going to try and get that to 99 as swiftly as we can, but we also want Yahtzee bonuses for 1,000% more scoring. How much was this? 113 trillion, billion, quadrillion. But then after this, we really do now need to hunt down... Oh, there's another 500% bonus for those Yahtzees. Then another 10x. And immediately our scoring has gone quite through... our attempt to get the score we need has chewed through our refreshes, our rerolls. Just our rolls. Right, we want all of our values to be 10x what they currently are, please. We have a very advanced system where sometimes I just ask Iljil and Hedda if they think something would completely break the game. I mean, they are the ones to ask, aren't they? Right, so that's 10x of our score. So that's going to make things a lot easier for a few moments. Now we want to find the 50x and buy all of the multipliers that we can. Not you. Next run maybe, but not yet. Where are we? 3x? 3x is fine. Three more x is fine. How are we doing on that one, I wonder? 99.99s we definitely don't want. This is not the time for that. Die quantities, refreshes. Primes for an extra 500%, absolutely. And an extra 5x, we can zoom in 69, nice, up to 74. Another 3x makes for 77. If you got an extra bonus for the 7s having a bonus attached multiplier of 77, that probably is far too niche and far too much work, let's be honest. Right, Yahtzee rerolling triplicate we do not need. But we need to find the times 50 multiplier. 89.93. We could put the 10x on it, but instead I'm just going to put the 10x onto one of the alternate faces so we don't waste any of the extra value we have. Still haven't seen a 4th or 6th clover rather. Still missing one of those. 5x on 93 takes us to 98, that's pretty good. And a free one of those makes us 99x on there. Single set of a kind, I'll take that. Don't need stuff re-rolling. Alright, let's hunt down that 50x. Not this one, that's different. There's a clover. Good. Square numbers plus 100%. Sure. I know I said I was going to hunt down one specific thing, and now I'm buying everything else, but it's fine. What's the worst that can happen? I don't even get into the exponent scores today. Right. Looking for one very specific passive. We have 100 refreshes to find it. Come on, 50x, that's right. If you guys will it into existence, I'm sure we'll find it faster. Not you, not you. I'll take the 10x's though while I'm finding them. Especially if I can roll for them in a single roll. I'm also wondering if I should do something with this die here. Is literally not scoring anything for us, so we should do something with it. I just don't know what. Only numeric values will actually have any benefit to us now, so everything else doesn't help. We saw that 50x so many times, and now it does not want to show its face. Or I'm going to roll by it immediately. As soon as it makes its first appearance, I'm going to roll straight on by. There's 70 there. That puts us at 80. If I could get at least the ones under the voids to all be 99x, I'd be very happy. 445 rolls to go. Don't need a +5. Honestly, we could take things like this and just stick the numeric values over there, because that's going to score something for us. We can't use previous roll multipliers because we have taken the passive that prevents non-numeric faces from having any type of actual scoring benefit. 95 there, or 98, very good. There it is. Oh no, that's factor 50 multiplier. So this isn't the one that I really wanted, but it's pretty good. Do you know about the feature where you can hover over the roll count to see your highest scoring die? I'm pretty curious what you're getting per roll at this point. So we do this over here. So that's highlighting 6 dice at the moment, so I'm not really sure how it's telling me which one's my highest scoring. Rolled 9 dice. The first highest scoring die was die 1 with 2.5 something something something. Second was die 4, the third was this, the total scored was 2.9. Oh, is it the dim ones are the 3 being referenced? That makes more sense. So it's the 2 with the voids and the 1 with all the 7s on it over here. But right now we want factor 50 multiplier, so we currently have 9 dice. So it would do 50 divided by 9 is 5, rounded down. And so it's going to multiply all of our scores by 5. No, highlight is fine. It's just, I guess you could almost say it's low light. It low lights the required reading. Flipping it doesn't sound like a bad idea. Because, where are we? It's kind of making the ones that are dimmed seem less prominent than everything else. Especially if you're working with a grid of hundreds or thousands of dice, it's going to be a little more dramatic, I would say. Right, there's another 10x. So now we'll do that one at the top. There's another 10x. So all of our shopping now is in the exponent scores. So we've reached that much. Let's see, that's 40. Don't need any of you. I'll take the 5x's. I won't bother with the 2x's. Although I think, did we decide over here was only at 98? It is. So that's at 99 now. It's been a real tease, isn't it? Where's the 50x? Not you. That's the wrong. That's the 50 dice bonus. I want the 50 numerics have 50 times value. Because I definitely haven't bought it yet, right? That's factor 50. Then we've got numbers times 10, non-numbers times 0. But we don't have numbers times 50, non-numbers times 0. So it's out there somewhere. It's out there. We just have to find it. don't think I need more buy one get ones. Another 10x modifier though, very welcome. 55 up there now. Don't need any of you. 4x is like eh. I'm just waiting to accidentally roll by it. It's gonna happen, isn't it? 65, not bad going, not bad going. Fewer than 6 die, we do not qualify. You could end up running out of rolls. That's 50x dice times 200. There's another 10x, we'll grab that. Oh, come on, this is getting silly. Reroll bonus, the value of all rerolled dice will be increased by 50%. I will not turn that down while it's presented to me. Right, that's at 85x. 90x. So we're doing well on... Oh, there it is! We found it! Happy anniversary to X-Ray and Roll indeed. Right, let's get ready for our scores to go buck wild. We need 2.3 to the E18 to afford this. Are we going to get it? Just about. Now we have 207 rolls remaining to basically roll out and see how much score we can generate with what we have left. You think adding die quantity might be decent too, at least a 100% increase if you're correct. So if we're talking about the passive for die quantity, I'm under the impression that we don't want that because that's going to impact factor 50 multiplier, or I'm getting two things convolutedly swapped around in my head, but I'm not sure. For right now though, everything's going to get real expensive real soon. So is there anything else that we really want to see if it's even worth trying to purchase before we get there? Because we might as well spend the last of our refreshes. We did get to 6 clovers, didn't we? We did indeed. Not double all die quantity. Add die quantity might be decent too. Okay. That's run multiplier. I don't know where that's going to be. I don't know. Add die quantity. Adds the total quantity of dice in play to all numeric faces. Additive effect. This one. So what you're telling me is if I can get to E19 really, really fast, I should buy this one. Because we can do that. Adds the total quantity of dice in play to all numeric faces. Well, that took like 12 rolls. The last time you checked, which was a little while ago, the add die quantity would not be affected by the voids and face multipliers, so it wouldn't be significant. So we're saying I should hold on to my E19's worth of points and see if we can get a new high score right now rather than trying to spend that right now. Let's roll out, see if we can get to a new high score. So I think I'm on E20. So depending on how high up E20 I am, this could be new high score territory. So there's an E17 roll, the E17 roll, and a 493 trillion. Would adding the 9 dice to the 7 all the prime... Would adding the 9 dice to the 7 affect all the primes and stuff? That is one for X-Ray and Ligil. I'm not sure. Right, 1.679 to the E20. Compared to my previous best, 4.8 to the E20. So we did not quite get to new high score territory, but it went pretty well, I would say. Let me just check nothing is exploding on my phone in between. Everything looks fab. Alright, well, with that done, I cannot believe we've been here for an hour already. Let's try again, and let's start trying to build a run of 1 through 98. So that grid in the bottom is going to come in clutch, so I can keep track of everything that's happened. What do we think is the best way to build a 97 off the get-go? Should I be building 2 97s for scoring, or should I just buy one? It was not bad for a first go-round. Pretty close to my best, but not quite, but hey. Anything based on primes, etc. is only based on the number that actually lands face up on the die, not impacting the numbers after they have been manipulated by modifiers and stuff. That's good to know. Right, let's see what we can do. Ideally, we'd like to have around... What do we think? 2100 rolls left? But I feel like this has been incredibly expensive already in terms of how many we've rolled just to achieve what we have, but I think that's always the case very early. This will be where we build up a really nice big run, and then we cannot find the run passive bonuses. I'm also wondering if we want to try and get to 121 dice total so that we can get the square number bonuses. At least we're rolling for stuff pretty swiftly now. There seems to be a pretty bad lag somewhere. It says that I've dropped 0.6% of my frames. I have no idea how I could be doing something or manipulating anything on the back end to improve that. Perhaps Faith, you might know and be able to show me. Faith has no lag. Do you reckon that's just because you're in the same household as me, and therefore you get the crispiest experience? Because I have no idea. Anyone else having lagging, chopping, stuttering, anything to that effect? A single spike of lag. Oh, that's good. I'm glad it was just a hiccup for you. Now, I'm trying to decide. Is my mum being the bomb a good thing or a bad thing? Like, is that like, oh yeah, she's a bomb? Or is it like, your mother is an incendiary device? Please keep her away from me. Because I'm hoping that my mum falls on the former rather than the latter. Really. Right, so the very first thing I'm going to do differently here is I'm not going to build a 97. Because 97 exists on the 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94 dice that we can purchase later. So if we're going through all the trouble of building a big die right now, I want to build an 89. Good, I'm glad my mum is amazing. And Vincent, I'm glad you are not having any lag in your rock garage. Garage, your preference, not mine. We need to add 8 to this. That's going to be 5 and 3. Alright, 89. You are green. We have our 89. That's our first prime number sorted. Let's upgrade the shop. 2133 rolls remaining. Good stuff. Right, what number do we want to make next? And do we want, I guess, starting small and working to larger is probably going to be easiest. So let's take a +8. And I'm going to stick it on the 6 here. And we'll make a 14. That's fine. 14's a pain in the butt to make. Then we'll upgrade the shop again because we still can't buy any extra dice at the moment. And do I want to buy any of this stuff for that die? Sure. Give me 12, 16, 17. Right, 17, you're done as well. You're green. You keep reducing the price of the first shop upgrade to incentivize people to upgrade earlier, but the 97 remains undefeated. Yeah, I think after you've done the first shop upgrade, I don't know if it would be better to get to the second and then use like the +8s and +6s rather than the +3s and +4s and 5s. You'd have to like simulate it a bunch of times to really figure out what is the best way to do it, but I'm just ingrained in my ways, I think. Right, we're going to grab a 4x, stick that on our 89. Now, we could buy a bunch of other dice and stuff right now, but I think we kind of want to get at least a reasonably good base scoring going. And then once that's done, we'll start worrying about trying to fill out more dice and numbers. So we will go up to... No, we're not. We need to make that 89 have full rerollers on it, don't we? So we're going to look for a 6 times reroller. There it is. That'll do. Then we will upgrade. Yeah, the other thing is I don't know how to make the second tier of shop more interesting, because we always, at least I always make a 97 on tier 1, skip over tier 2 immediately, then on tier 3 get your multiplier and your reroller, and then tier 4 for your set all die faces. And that's kind of the recipe for the early game for me. And I don't know what would incentivize me on the second tier of shop to change that. Right, I would like 5 dice, but I really want to set this die to be a bit more high scoring first before I start worrying about... That is where I wanted that. I was very confused when the numbers didn't all change, but that was rerolls, not everything else. Not settle die faces. So show me the settle die faces, please. We probably want as many BOGOs as we can get as well, because we're going to be buying a lot of stuff through the course of the run. So I expect investing early is going to be helpful. Come on, settle die faces, you're out there somewhere. There it is. So that's going on the 89. Now that's going to get us scoring a little bit faster. I will buy the passive costing 1 here just to mostly get it out of the pool, so we will never see it again. And let's get numbers less than 13 giving us a great big score boost as well, because we're going to buy a lot of dice. And look, just like that, 77 is done. Never have to worry about that again. I'm not watching for long, but I was never having any noticeable lag. I'm glad. I think it's just 1 or 2 viewers on their end rather than too much going wrong on my end, which is good to hear. Right, we've already blown through almost 40% of our rolls, so now we need to get onto the real structural end of trying to make as many numbers as possible in as big a run as possible. So we want to buy as many dice as become available to us. I will take 300% extra in primes because our 89 is doing most of our scoring right now. And if we can find some shop weights, that's going to be really handy as well. The plain numeric faces are really good value compared to the +8s, etc. I like to try and go for an early second shop and then buy as many 14s and 15s as possible. It's relatively competitive, but still inferior to a 97 because of how much early prime passive and settled die faces can help. Yeah, that is the key thing, I think. Knowing what synergies you're working towards, and then suddenly finding yourself with those working for you. I should really be color coding these differently. So 89 and 77 can stay. 17 we can make yellow because it exists and is ready to be turned into a settled die faces. 14 as well, but doesn't exist as a die of all of that face yet. That's what we want to work towards. Some of these numbers I'll probably pull off, so we won't worry about those just yet. Speaking of which, we have a swap face. Where would I even swap them to, though, is the problem. I have nowhere to put them. We need to just buy more dice. 5 plain dice is going to be excellent for us. For a start, that means 1 has a die with all of its die faces as a numeric 1, which is what we need. We should probably consider 50 times dice bonus, because we're definitely working up past 50 dice. But I don't want to burn too many points on upgrades that aren't going to increase our scoring yet. There is a 93. I will buy that because that's going to be a tough one to just make of its own. We should probably build a shop refresh generator die as well. Shop weight on settle faces. Did I miss it? If I buy this shop weight now, can I keep refreshing until I find settle faces and then apply it? Or would it be lost because I've refreshed the shop? Yeah, I could have done it here, couldn't I? You also have 41 ready to be set, but it's uncoded. I do have 41. $93, 14. This I'm going to pull apart a bit first before I commit to setting anything, as will this. Refresh doesn't lose it, it goes to the next whatever purchased. Alright then, we'll buy a shop weight. A moth has managed to find its way into my office. That is surely only going to be incredibly annoying. Right, so the shop weight is in play. Now we need to find set all die faces as soon as possible. There it is. So this means that in future shop refreshes, set all die faces is more likely to appear, which is incredible because we're going to need presumably at least about 95 of them going forwards. What passives do we have? Numbers less than 13 are giving a 500% bonus. Well, 14 and 17 are both larger than 13. I don't want to give up this 41 yet. We could do this 8, but 8's very easy to make. So I think I'm just going to go with the 17. And 17 can be considered done forever. Let's get 5 more plain dice whilst we're looking at it. We could get a +6 and just make one of those a 7. 7 is ready to be set. Even values, 50% extra. Well, by the end of this project, we expect half of our dice to be even, so no reason not to grab that right now. I'll grab a left sum and just stick it over here, pointing at some of the other stuff because we can. I'm not going to bother with multi-numeric numbers and stuff. Free left sum, yes, I caught that one. My intent is to eventually get all of the numbers done for runs, then to times everything by 50 with all numeric values times 50, non-numeric values times 0, once we've built the run out. But how much does the shop weight try to weight the purchase? I don't know the specifics, X-Ray might, but I do know you can add more shop weights to the same thing and have it become even more likely. So you can buy it multiple times and apply it to one thing. I don't know how effectively they stack on top of each other. Let's get a couple more dice. And I'm gonna need... Oh, there's a 29. We can take the 29 off. We're going to need to eventually try and figure out what we can do with moving die off of other die, or moving faces off of other dice, because we've got 19 through 24 there, we've got 61 through 66 here. I want to pull those over. Hey Jonas, how are you doing today, sir? How is your Friday treating you? Mine's going pretty swell. We're trying to build a run of 1 through 98. But I can tell it's going to get really nitty-gritty over time. Another BOGO. How expensive is 135,000? Not too expensive. Let's buy that and hope the BOGO becomes free. It did not, but that's fine. We'll do it again. 5 free dice, though, is great. Yeah, I have not done YouTube lives, at least not in like many, many years if I ever did YouTube lives instead of Twitch streams, but All of my videos go here, all of my subscribers are here, so I figured I would hop on for the 1-year anniversary of Roll's release. Can you believe it's been a year? Because we all cannot. Looks like I need to weight the switch faces too. Yes, yes I do. That is going to be extremely beneficial once I can find them to put them somewhere. Shop refresh adders, I do need some more of those. We buy the more expensive of the two first to try and make the other one free. So the bingo card below is all of the numbers between 1 and 98. The pinks are prime numbers that I do not have yet. Yellows are numbers that are represented on die, but they haven't been set to all faces yet. And greens are dice that have all of their faces set to that corresponding number. So we've got 77, we've got 1, we've got 17, we've got 89. So those ones I can just kind of put in the back of my mind. We're just trying to build all of the other numbers out for runs. The past year is nothing more than a Fata Morgana to me. I do not know this idiom or phrase or thing from another language. That is an entirely new one to me. I've heard the phrase fait accompli when regards to bargaining and stuff, but Fata Morgana is not one I am familiar with. If you cleanse a shop a couple of times, it becomes a much stronger effect and you can stack them up. So it weighs it by 10%, which effectively means nothing unless you know the shop tier and shelf. About 2% at max shop tier. If you cleanse the shop a couple of times, it becomes much stronger and the effect can stack up. I'm not going to use lightweights probably, but I will buy one just because it's free so I don't have to see it again. I don't think I need to move any dice in particular either, but I'll buy a numeric 9. Stick that up there. Numeric 9 is ready to be set. Eventually we'll have to ask the question, do we want to make a small run and then try and build that up over time, or do we just want to set one big run when the time comes? Or do we want to make loads of small runs that then slowly get connected together? A random consecutive die? Sure. Big numbers there. X-Ray, thank you so much for not only answering questions, but also building a kick-ass game. And Gothic, you're the one who introduced me to the game, so both of you are amazing. Well, thank you for the kind words. It's very nice of you to say. We have a... let's get the shop refresh adders re-rolling in duplicate. That's going to be important. I'm just glad I got more people's eyeballs to the game and that more people could come in and enjoy it. Because I know I do. I've definitely passed the 100 hours mark on it now. You have to go with small runs, especially if you get run multiplier. Start with little ones and then slowly start combining them together once we have run length multiplier as well. No weights for an extra 100%. That is a universal scoring increase I can get behind. And look at that. A shop weight immediately into a face swap. It's exactly what we needed. Right, 61. You are a prime number. You get segregated first, 61. You are ready to go yellow. A free refresh can go on 77s. The numeric number 14 can replace one of those there. A 2x bonus can go on here. The other term is an optical illusion happening at the horizon. I see. Why are the Steam forums dying out? I can't say I've spent a lot of time on the Steam forums. It's not the forum that I go to typically. Normally it's either For Roll, it's the Discord where most of the conversation was happening when the game was up and new and people were joining along. As for Steam or Reddit, they are quieter as far as I'm aware. Right, we've basically bought nearly everything here. I don't really think I need a 4-leaf clover, although I could stick it next to the 77s if I really wanted to, couldn't I? Yeah, people are over on the Discord. There is a link to the Discord down below if you do not know where it is to find it, or of course you can find a link in the main menu of your Roll game. Right, more numbers. There is run length multiplier. Every die in a run will be multiplied by the quantity of dice in the run. That's alright, Vince. I'm just making conversation with everything that goes by. So, what do we want to buy here? Start with run length multiplier because it's the most expensive. We can make stuff free because we have... Do we have 2 BOGOs going now? We do indeed. That makes a die of 77s free. And what we'll do is we'll buy a +8 on one of those 77s. Makes an 85. So 85 is ready to be set at some point. Then I'll take a numeric 11. That can go on there. Numeric 11 is ready to go. What else do we have? Numeric 27. I'm going to need to buy more plain dice. Numeric 27 is ready to be set. And I already know that if I was not using the thing below, I definitely would not have kept track of any of these things. Let's move something off, because why wouldn't we? Let's just work on this die of things in the 60s, because then if we can pull off 5 of the numbers, we leave the last one as an additional die for free. So there's 62. The added benefit of these, of course, is that if we can get those 6 numbers pulled off of the die that we purchased that was consecutive, by definition we get a run of 6 numbers for free, which is lovely. I'll take an incrementer die, just because a die is a die. Do I want to move something? Do I have a numeric 7 going? I'll move this numeric 7 next to this 4-leaf clover. You found your live stream via your TV that decided to show you big front and center as recommended content. Well, I'm very glad that your TV approves. Free incrementer die. You can reset it whenever it comes up. Yeah, especially if I can find a set all die while it's incremented onto a number I need, then that's just free stuff, isn't it? Am I going to buy lucky 7s? I suppose I am. Right, the rest of this is not stuff I want or need. Numbers less than 1,000, or numbers less than 13 get 1,000% bonus. I'm going to do that because that's going to be a decent chunk of our numbers. Another 77. We already have 1, but can't hurt to have an extra 1. There's another shop weight. Let me buy the 33 first. Stick that there. And then 33 is yellow. You don't know anything about music, but put this track together and didn't think I'll ever be able to make something that can loop this long and not get insanely annoying. It doesn't annoy me, that's for sure. The only complaint I think I've ever seen about the music is that there was one person that doesn't like the big, like, that occasionally happens every, like, few minutes, but does not bother me in the slightest. Let's pick up Scavenger. Can't hurt to have. There it is. That noise there. You heard it here first. Except, obviously not. How many die are we working with right now? We've got one. This is 5x5 for 25 and another 5 for 30. Right, I don't need just 7s. A 46. Do we have 46? We do not. Do I have somewhere to put a 46? I do. Right, 46. You are accounted for. Thank you for your service. I went by a shop weight, didn't I? Damn it. That guy who hates the sound is wrong. Well, everyone is welcome to their opinions, but I do not mind the sound at all. There is a shop weight. Do I want to buy anything particular with it? Random consecutive die. After purchasing a shop weight, the next item purchased from the shop which is not a passive ability. I would not mind having more random consecutive dies appear. Big spender, I do not want. It's going to break the system a bit. But I'll take all these free multipliers. Should I be focusing on numbers less than 13? Triples we're not going to see much of. I don't want to mess around with voids. Yes, I apologize if I do miss some things. I don't expect to get through many of the shops too immediately, but it wouldn't be me playing role if I didn't miss some things that have become available for free. Set all die faces. Let's do this 7, shall we? Sure, we'll do the 7. 7 is done and accounted for. 100 die bonus we'll worry about later. Still need some more shop refreshes. All quantities times 2. All die faces and passive abilities that reference the total number of die times by 2. Yep, I'm really, really good at face palming. I've got 2 giant hands just built for it. Right, we need a 64. 64, congratulations, you've been promoted to yellow. 15, we also need. 15, congratulations, you've been promoted to yellow. A run starts at 3 numbers, right? I only need to get any 3 numbers together, then I can start building a run out from there. Do we need 19 as well? It looks like we do. Do I have somewhere to put it? Right there is going to be fine. We're going to need a lot more things. Settle die faces to get this going. Cleanse shop. Remove all shop weights everywhere. Any item affected by a shop weight that is currently in the shop will have its cost reduced to 1. Additionally, all future shop weights will be more effective. Every shop weight purchased makes this item more likely to appear, can be purchased more than once. I'm not sure I'm ready to have that fight yet with probability. Let's move something off somewhere. I was working on this 63 bunch, and it seems we managed to get the same consecutive die twice, which seems unlikely, but I won't fight it. So we did 61, we did 62 nearby somewhere. So let's take this 63, pop it up there, and the 64 is done. So that will be a run when it's ready. We also need, of course, the passives. 49 we also need. So let's get that. We do still have one more shop upgrade to do as well. Oh, you have to color the faces yourself. I thought it was automatic via an API. No, I'm just going in and deciding when I'm happy that one of the faces exists in a manner that I'm happy for it. So I know I have a 41 here because the 41 is yellow, so I do not need to purchase this 41. Even though it costs 1, I'm just going to ignore it. I'll buy a reroll for 1 though. Just stick that just about anywhere. Here I was going to have a production work day, and now I'm just watching the stream. This is technically counts as work for me, right? This is research and social media relations, X-Ray. That is what you're doing right now. I think this certainly qualifies. Right. Do we want anything that's really expensive here before we just buy the settled die faces? I think a shop weight into another settled die faces will be lovely. So they're even more likely to appear. Do I just want to set on these 61, 62, 63 run? Why not? We'll get that going. So 61, green. What else? A +6. Well, I know I have 64, 65, and 66. So if I take a +6 onto the 61, that will be a 67 for later. Also prime. Do I need another colour for... I have this face, it's just currently on another die. Is that what I could do with that? I think we'll be fine. I think 3 colours is enough. Die quantity multipliers, 77, square bonuses, don't think we need any of that. I will take another BOGO though. Random die with numbers between 1 and 99. Even bonus, all even numbers worth an extra 100%. As I said, we expect at least half of our numbers to be even. So let's take... I have yellow 64 down there. Does that mean I have a 64? I do. 64 right there. We don't have a 65, so I can take this 65 here, put it on that die there, and we now have a 65 in yellow, and a 66 in yellow, and a 77 in yellow. Because we have show me the nets. 61. 62. Where was 63 gone? It must be here. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. So that is a good chunk of run. Plus 1 day till the next roll update. Oh, well, we can't be having that. I know you can read all the rules, but I'm still amazed how the rules of the die all fit together like puzzle pieces. Like, I'm amazed that I can click a button and the whole thing doesn't just implode. Really. Any of this. Another BOGO. I'm doing it. I want as many... If I could get 11 BOGOs and then just only ever have to buy the most expensive thing in each shop, that would be great. That would be ideal. So 61 is set. 62, it's your turn. 62 is set. 76, we need you. Do I have a die? I'm running out of cheap empty dice. There's one there. 76 is now yellow. A random die of consecutive. Absolutely. Give it to me. All quantities times 2 is going to be important, but I'll worry about that later, I think. Add die discount. All dice and die generators are 15% cheaper. Additionally, for each new die created, reduce the current shop prices by 2%. Is it worth... Question to the group. Do I spend 4 million points worth of rolls on this now to get all of my future die purchases 15% cheaper? Does that seem like a worthwhile trade-off at this time? I definitely want... Oh man, we can shop weight again. Alright, before I do anything else, let's shop weight. Set all faces. And we did 63, where are you? 64, 65, 33, there you are, 63. You see one more empty die on the right. I will look out for it. How many rolls will that take? I haven't been watching my production. Vince says no. In Vince we trust. Use it when making thousands of dice, but for where we're at, 4 million probably wouldn't be too many rolls. Well, let's set 64 there. That is officially our first run. Not that we have the run multiplier passives yet. We do not. We're working up to that later. You say if it takes less than 10 rolls, go for it. Alright, so 3.9 million. Probably not worth it. We're making about 100,000 a roll. So it's going to be about 40 rolls. To say 15% on everything else. No, I do not have die generators. I pondered... Didn't I say Vince? Like Vince McMahon, or... I can't think of any other famous Vinces. Alright, we're not going to go with this. Show me more stuff. I don't want any of these things particularly. We'll just finish out the whole run buying a Dyrus. Uh, 51. Any advance on 51? Yes. There is a plain die here. We might want the numbers 2 through 6 eventually, but that's fine by me. 51, you are accounted for. I need a whole bunch of ones. Like hundreds of dice that are all ones. I do love a free die. Add a random die of consecutive numbers. Yes, absolutely. Does that make a free die? It does not. Let down. I'll take a 5x. I'll stick that on the 7s that are next to the clovers, because why not? Things like the +4s and the +7s, I'm sure I could be using somewhere. I could be using that somewhere to get a specific number that I'm in far more need of, but I've no idea. That 51 die is the die you were talking about, the plain die here. It is accounted for and used, good sir. Can we make a 14 here with the numbers we have? 4 and 7. 4 and 7 is 11. And 3. makes a 14 on there. That's something. Also, this is the first 50s face. It is. 50s are a rare bunch today, apparently. Random numeric die numbers between 1 and 99. Sure thing. '93 isn't prime, so I can add 4 to it. This 93 here. So the reason the 93 exists is because it's possible to buy a die that is 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94. And that's the 6 dice, the 6 faces of that die. So the 93 can't be gathered from that specific die, so we bought it separately and put it there. The rest of this stuff I'm not so interested in. Plus 10, consecutive die, sure. Half incrementer die, sure. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do this, can't I? 47 total dice. I forget that feature's there. Everything is free. Big spender, I do not want. It would break us. Plus 10 on something specific. I'd have no idea what, though. I'm only going to overthink it. Let's just keep getting new and original numbers. Haven't seen many shop refresh adders. Would like more of those. A numeric 12. God, do I need to just focus on buying more dice? Numeric 12 can live there for a minute. I really have no idea when to upgrade to the final level of shop. Numeric 9. We need. We don't need that. We have that somewhere. We do have that somewhere. I guess I can put that on the die with the 9s, doing us no harm. Random consecutive die. Coming up on the halfway mark, and we have about half of the dice that we're going to need to set everything down. Numeric 97. I can use this die here of incrementers. Oh, is the incrementer going to stay? If the incrementer is going to stay, then I need a shop, a settled die faces immediately. No 99s, 100% bonus. So long as I can remember, if anybody ever sees a incrementer die that I've forgotten about and has gotten to 99x, shout at me, because we're now losing out potential score for it being there. 21. Do I have somewhere I could put you? Yeah, you did keep incrementing, didn't you? That's a pain in the bum. Tell you what, I'll stick a 21 there, but I won't account for it because I will forget it's there with our shop refreshes. X-ray. Can I put a shop weight onto a purchased shop weight to make purchasing shop weights appear more often? Or do they not impact themselves? Because if I could buy one onto another one to then put that onto the face swap, I could have more shop weights appear more frequently in future. Yes, I can. Lovely. God, how often is it you get to sit and enjoy one of your favourite games with the dev of that game in the comments for you, immediately answering your questions? Shop weight the shop weight for more shop weights. Exactly that. It's exactly that. Now, I cannot wait to wait on my shop weights. I need more dice though. Really badly. There's one. Right, what are we going to put on that then? How are we doing on our 60 stuff? You're a 67. Let's steal this 68 from here. And put it on there. 68. You're ready for setting. We've got a big potential run there in the 60s. A random die of primes. Lovely. Love to have it. 5 plain dice. Ah, shop weight onto 5 plain dice. So, a moment ago, I bought a shop weight, and with that shop weight, I bought another shop weight, and the first shop weight impacts the appearance of the second shop weight, and then the second shop weight was spent on a move face. And then I've just a moment ago done a shop weight for 5 plain dice. So I'm pretty happy. Random consecutive dice, sure. The number 23, I do need it. Add it to the club. Then we can just throw random bonuses around the place otherwise. I'll buy the passive just so I don't have to see it again. Shop refresh adder. I want it, certainly. Go on there, please. I need more shop refreshes. How many BOGOs do we have now? 4. 4 is pretty good going. Half incrementer die? Sure. 5x extra value? Sure. Part of me wants to take the die swaps and see if I can get all the 98 numbers in order. But that's too much. That's too much, I think. That 70 random consecutive will fit nicely after my 60 run. Did we get a 70 random consecutive, did we? Is that guy there? Oh, yes. Lovely. I just need more plain dice everywhere. Hundreds of them. 99 die generator. I don't terribly want. Numeric 21 can go right there. I'm not enough of an Excel wizard to know, like, if I could count how many yellows and how many greens I have and output that in a cell for me, just so I can see how much progress I've made to our streak goal. I think we could arrange them from 2 or 1 to 99 if you knew exactly where your first die was, and then as you purchase dice you knew how they were going to populate. You could start with 51 in the middle and work outwards from that specifically, but seems like it would be a bit complicated. Your top right die is at 99s. Okay, we need to change that. Thank you for letting me know. Standard generator die, that can do. A 50x. Well, that's not where I want that to go. All the more reason for us to get the dev to implement an undo feature. 31 total yellows and greens. Excellent. So we're about a third of the way through our potential impending run. 200% value for numbers ending in 5. Well, that's going to be or divisible by 5 rather, is going to be a decent chunk of them. I'll grab the lottery die as well, just because we can put things on it. And I'll get those shop refresh modifiers re-rolling in triplicate now. New shop item, die sorter. Yeah, you buy the passive once, and it just takes all of your dice as they were rolled that round and rearranges them all numerically. But only once. Then if you want to do it again, you have to buy it again. Just for the arrangement inclined of us. Right, we've got a lot of numbers out there now. We're getting a decent stretch of extra blank dice, particularly now that they're slightly more weighted. All quantities times 2. Some of these things are going to be beneficial, but how expensive are they? 44 rolls. Well, I know that this is going to make this free because BOGO is going to impact it because it's the only thing left to be impacted. When a run is rolled, all faces on all dice in the run will be incremented 2 times. No thank you, that would break the entire system and we would just end up with all 99s everywhere, and that would make me cry. Right, 65. I think you're our next candidate. We did 64, so this 64 here is a wasted die. We can do something with that. There's a 65. Have a great sleep, Vince. I hope you have a wonderful, restful time and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out. Oh god, what number did I just do? 65. 65? 65. Green. 65, you are green now. Good, right. Numeric 80 I will take. There must be a die around here somewhere. I'm just wondering if I want to do it on a die with incrementers on it, but probably not. Stick it in the middle of that lottery die there. 80. Yellow. Man, we need so many more settled die faces to get this going. $65 is green. Good stuff. I don't think I need a numeric 9, do I? No, 9 is yellow. It means it exists somewhere out there. Factor 50 multiplier, no good to us because we have more than 50 dice. I will take 2 more blank ones though. And a 5x. I'm just going to stick it on these 7s next to the tempted clovers. Right, something to move off. This is going to be 67. I have a 68 somewhere, apparently. Let's get this 70 off of here. Put it there. 70 is now done. Any more? Don't think so. I don't want to mess around with incrementers too much because that's going to ruin the attempts to get to 99. Shop weight purchase, absolutely, and that buys settled die faces, and that sets 66. 66, that 64 is a waste. Which 66 was it? Was it this one? Because I thought that was my 67. Welcome to the struggle. Do we have an odd 66 hanging around somewhere? Obviously, as soon as I make one mistake, everything is going to turn into a nightmare. There's another run of 60 through 65 there. There's a 68. I could do the 68. probably easier than worrying about it too much. Alright, we'll do the 68. 68, you never have to be considered ever again. Be green forever, please and thank you. Random die of prime numbers is lovely, and another one. If the total quantity of dice in play is greater than or equal to 50, all dice get an extra 100% value. Well, we now have 68 dice in play. So, I'll take that just to increase our scoring a bit. You struggle with 10 die, you're a hero. Well, like in my backlog, there are some attempts at doing big runs where I haven't used this grid system, and it is just painful to watch me fail at finding the numbers I need for an excessive amount of time. This 21 I wanted to keep, so I'll tell you what I will do. I'm actually gonna just start up another die of shop refresh adders, because they're going to be two important shop refreshes when we're looking for more of these settled die faces and the like. Let's do 70 there. We've still yet to see either of the passives that we actually need. I can take immune 99s, that's not going to break everything. I can take a 2x, that's not going to break anything either. There's a lottery die, that also is no bother. We don't want either of those passives yet. The numeric number 59, yes. It seems like prime numbers are more likely to appear as numbers that you can buy in the shop, just as random dice. I don't know if that's just observation bias though. Right, we need at some point still to upgrade the shop. Random die, die of numbers less than 50. Settle dice. We do not have a 71 specifically carved out. There is one there, but tell you what I'm going to do. Just down here on this incrementer die, I'm going to set that to 2, and we'll start working up from the bottom. All numbers are equally likely, except 99 is slightly more frequent. Oh, there you go. Do we need 29? No, 29 is yellow. Shop weight, though. I could have done shop weight into settled die faces again. Well, we'll buy the shop weight and then start refreshing, looking for something we want to spend it on, like settled die faces. Thank you ever so much. Do we have another plain die, or we could probably take... Actually, was there one for sale? There is, but I want to use the shop weight specifically now. So I'm going to do this 3 here. We'll start building up our run from the bottom. So there's a plain die. There's a die with arrows on it that we can utilize later on. Weights and locks I don't want. Lotteries I don't need. Fewer than 6 dice are definitely not going to be applicable. 5 more plain dice. Thank you ever so much. I really appreciate that. A numeric 6 is going to be a number that we need eventually, so we might as well buy it there. I feel like we're going to get most of the run before we even upgrade to the final tier of shop. Jonas, you've got some analog photos to collect from shopping. What did you take photos of? Vistas? Seafront piers? trees, family. Tell me all about your photographs. Two more basic dice. Should have done shop weight, but I'm bad. I will take another shop refresh generator though. Right, we have hit the halfway mark of our rolls. Hopefully this means we can keep building at the rate we've been going, and I think we should have a decent chance of getting everything we want out of this. Right, let's buy the 77 die, just because it's cheap. Then we'll buy another shop weight and try and find something worth purchasing for a shop weight. A random die of prime numbers. It's not ideal, but I do need a numeric 45 and a numeric 13, so we'll get a random die of primes, then a 45 on here. 45, you are purchased, ready for setting. 13, you're also purchased, ready for setting. The fun answer, I honestly don't know. I found the roll of film in a camera that had not been touched for 10 years. Well, that's the best kind of mystery. I think the only possible better mystery than that would be a locked safe or an undeveloped can of film hidden in a locked safe. But you've got a pretty good fun mystery on your hands there. Yeah, it could be entirely that it's just been exposed to so much kind of background messy radiation or whatever that there's nothing usable left, but an intriguing time nonetheless for sure. Do we want any more of this stuff? 100 dice for 300% bonus we can probably benefit from. There goes 20 rolls. 10x bonus for free. If I can take it, I will. Still need a lot more shop refreshes. Fun fact, if you shop weight is 45 or 13, etc., it just makes all numeric faces more likely to show up on the second row. Oh, so they all qualify as the same number. Or at least the same pool. 78 yellow and not green. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Right, let's grab a 50. 50 is yellow. God, I just look at this sea of yellow and think I'm going to need so many settled die faces to get this to work out. Add a random consecutive die. Yes, please and thank you. I should take the free 3x multiplier and just put it somewhere. Right, shop weight again. Settle die faces again. Let's see, what do we need? What's going to be most beneficial for us? Let's do that 11. Give me a clover for our little clover die there. 2 more plain dice is lovely. A die quantity multiplier, absolutely no bother. And move something of use off somewhere else. Well, we had this 70 here that we're working on. We need 71, so you can go right there. Numbers divisible by 5 get an extra 100% bonus. It's going to be a good chunk of our numbers. Need to increase our scoring a bit, really. Get another clover right there. glad you're looking forward to the lab results. Let me know somewhere what you find. I want to know. You were almost late to work because you got lost in my Baba Is You Let's Plays. It was good though due to remote work. Well, I'm glad I didn't stop you getting into traffic late or anything like that. Yeah, I've been really enjoying Baba Is You. I've played it a few times, never remotely gotten as far as I have on this playthrough. 71 is off, 72 is also off. Yeah, having played Cosmic Express and Snakebird, my brain is slowly starting to tick over those kind of geometric pushing puzzles and stuff a little bit better. I think taking Cleanse Shop once or maybe twice as early as possible is ideal, as at this point though you've applied so many weights you don't want to reset them. Yeah, I don't know when this is a good idea. Removes all shop weights everywhere. Any item affected by a shop weight that is currently in the shop will have its cost reduced to 1. Additionally, all future shop weights will be more effective. Every shop weight purchase makes this item more likely to appear. I have no idea. I feel like if I keep stacking on where I am... Hey, Hedda's here! Hello, Hedda, how are you doing? I look forward to it, Jonas. If they're safe for work, maybe you can take some scans or something and share with the group. 33. Do we need 33? We do not. 33 is yellow. Am I buying anything else here? I don't think I am. I just changed the number, didn't I? What did I change? 70, 71, 72. 72. 71 is yellow. 72 is yellow. Good, okay. Let's keep rolling. You know what time it is. I need everybody to go and listen to Limp Bizkit's Rolling right now. I can't put it here for copyright reasons, but I know you love it. Right, give me on the shop refresh train. Thank you for the free refresh. Run, reroll. When a run is rolled, all dice in the run will be re-rolled 2 times. I think that is probably worth investing in as a universal reroll. If you buy it first thing, it will only need half as many shop weights in the long run, but I wouldn't do it at this point. Good to know. Right, give me... Oh, we've got loads of numbers to set here. Let's set... We don't have a 5. Did I do a 6 down here? I did. Give me the 6. And then we can take... we've done 7 already. I have no idea if I have an 8 around the place. That's 7. That's 11. Oh, there's a 5. I might just do that. Well, I'm glad they're safe for work. I could probably move some of these numbers off, but we know we have 67. We need 37. All right, I'll leave you. We don't need this 64. Do 4. Do I have a 4? Do you see? Oh, there's a numeric 4 up there. Good shout. Excellent work. I do need an 88 though. Do I have... I do have a die. No worries. Have a great night, Jonas. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope your photographs are lovely. 88 we just did as a yellow, didn't we? Good, okay. What's next? 25. Do we have 25? No, 25. You're in the mix. Congratulations. anymore for any more in this shop. I could take a random consecutive die. That would do me no harm. That was some good numbers, I think. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's going to be useful. Right, weights, locks, stuff I don't need. Run increase I definitely don't want. What's the most expensive thing of the things I do want? Looks like it's a shop refresh face. I'm sad I haven't seen more BOGOs. Hello X Epic Cat X, how you doing? Happy Friday. 92, I do need you. I will take a 92. Right there. Let's mark that one off in yellow. Right, none of the stuff that I really wanted to become cheap became cheap. That's fine though. We'll do this because it's the more expensive of the things in the shop, and BOGO will make stuff free. Do I have a plain dice or a 5 somewhere? I could take... Oh wait, let's do this. Let's purchase the mover and move the 37, which is prime, off of there onto here. You can set the 5 and the 8, you get so close to the first 10 numbers. Well, let's do that 5 right now. So there's a 5 over here. Sacrifice the other numbers on its die. So 5, you're done. Green. Then we had an 8 down here. So 8 is a full orbit of pips. Do we have any other full orbits of pips around? There's one there. Oh no, that's a 10. That is a 10. That's me not being able to count. Yes, 8 is a full orbit of pips where they're not doubled up. This is indeed a 1 through 98 run attempt. You set the 5 and the 8, we get close to the first 10 numbers. Yes. Just need a pesky 8. Well, we've got 9, we've got 10, we've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, so I don't need the rest of these numbers, so I can just use this 8. Consider it done. A +8, a random consecutive die, lovely. We're up to 92 total dice. So soon we should have room for every dice to have its place in the order. There is a shop weight, which is great because I want a shop weight on 5 plain dice, buying the more expensive of the 2 first. We just got a die made for us for free, but that's 10 more spots for us to put numbers. We are needing a spot for a 60, so you can go right there. 60, you are now yellow. 1,185 rolls remaining. 7, I don't need you. 3x, I will grab. Stick you there. Right sum. Where's that left sum? There. Right, we'll start building up one of those because we can. Shop refresh generators. I would like more of those, please and thank you. Let's buy the 5 dice first. Which one's more expensive? 2189 is the more expensive. That makes that free. Then shop refresh adders. I still can't believe we haven't seen more universal reroller stuff. Right, I think this is my 9s, so we can get that set off. Uh, 20. I need a 20, and I know I have like 20 extra dice hanging around now, so that's good. Let's remember to mark it off. What else do we need? None of this. There's another shop weight. We'll get that. And we will invest that into a mover. We can pick something that we need off of something else. We need 10. I know I have a die of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 somewhere around here. So we can steal the 10 off of it. There it is. So that 10 is going to come over here. I'll take a 5x just on anything. Standard die generator can't hurt. The rest of that can stay. Another shop weight. I think I'm fairly set for what I need out of shop weights, really. And we're now at 114 dice. So I don't think we need to be purchasing too many more dice immediately either. So let's just keep looking for the stuff we do need. 89 is already done. I can't believe I haven't... Oh, there you go. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to buy a 6x2 reroller for this set of shop refresh adders. Right. We need 18 here. And this is an 11 and a 7. So a numeric 11 plus a numeric 7 is 18. And then 18 we can mark off as yellow. 69, nice. Where? Oh, here. Okay, I cannot argue with your childishness. I did need a 69. Please keep your titties to yourself. Nah, you guys go crazy. This is not listed as a child-safe stream. What do we need next? I moved a 10 across. I didn't actually set it or finish it. But where was it? Is it that one? 8, 9, 10, yes. Alright. The 1 through 11 run is done. No, I really did need that 69. I'm really glad. What does a magenta marker mean? So the magenta markers started out as all of the prime numbers. So the prime numbers are some of the hardest to try and manipulate out of the other dice purchases, because you can get 8, 16, 24, 32 dice. You can get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 die. But just getting the prime numbers is some of the harder numbers to get, so I just noted them out for myself before starting. We have bought a bunch of prime-only dice, so do we have an example? I think this is all prime numbers only, so we can pull them off as we need them. So 43 there, I do need a 43 that is prime, so I can take that 43 off of it and harvest that later. But for right now, well, let's do it right now while we're thinking about it. So that 43, we need it. It can go there. That magenta now becomes yellow, now that it's been acquired but not set. Do I want 5 more plain basic dice? How many are we on? 114. Well, we're trying to get possibly to 121, because 121 is 11 squared, so maybe we'll go for that. 78. I do not need you, but I do know that around the place, some of these dice have die generators on. So I'm going to start labeling over the die generators with other tiles so that we don't accidentally go over 121 dice. Oh, well, we now have exactly 121 dice, but we still need to upgrade our shop once more. And upgrading the shop once more is going to give us a die. So it's going to have to be 144 dice now instead. So we might as well buy these. We'll work our way up to 144 die. Do I have any more die generators to stop working? There's that one there that I actually purchased, but I'll get rid of it. Any more? There's that one there. I'm still waiting to find the run passives that we actually want to make this whole thing work. We've not seen either of them yet. Right, give me a die. We still need 40, 30. So give me that one. Give me... Well, we don't need 1 through 6. We need 12. No, we don't. We don't need that either. I'm not doing 99 squared dice. That is too many. I do not have the strats for that. Nor probably the time. Right, are we going to keep going up from the bottom? And look for... This is 11, but we've done an 11. 12 is just the one with the most pips that is not a numeric, like written in numeric characters. Pull a number off. Let's see, we need 74. $74 is off. I'll take a 10x just for some extra scoring. Shop refresh generator. I think we're doing all right for those now. I don't think I need a numeric 10. One of the run passives is only last shop. Okay, well at some point then we will have to upgrade to the last tier of shop to get that, but not quite yet, I think. Swap face off. 75, we still need you. I need a die, there you are. So 75 is done. Missing 73, it might be existing on one of our prime dice. That is the wrong shade of yellow. Thank you. It's more orange, isn't it? 5x for free. Add a number to itself. 51 we decided we don't need. Move something else off of somewhere. Right. What can we feasibly go looking for? We could look for 73 on any dice of all primes or something. There's a 73. Perfect. Right, 73 is acquired. Right, so our biggest current run at the moment, I think, is 59 to 78. But obviously that's not all set yet, so there's no guarantee that we will roll those numbers. But soon, hopefully. Hopefully soon. Doubles bonus is very unlikely to help us since we're just trying to make lots of one number rather than many numbers. We still have some kind of die generator existing in the pack. 13. Numeric 13. Right, everything at the top is just ones. Clearly I have a bias for working on the bottom half of the grid. Numeric 13. You're out there waiting to be set somewhere, according to my chart. There you are. 13. Done. I would keep shop waiting the set all faces. I don't know if you stopped or not, but we're going to need them. If I find them, I'll keep doing it, because I'm going to need another 60 or so at this point. Middle right. Is that where my generator accidentally is? Or was that the 13 we were looking for? There's 13s there, aren't there? There's the generator. Let's get rid of that. Right, any more 10x? I'll grab you. Stick you on the biggest prime number that's less than 13. More for more. No shop weights, but we're just going to settle die faces. I can see a 14 right there. Things are getting pretty expensive now. So we might have to think about upgrading the shop just so we can look for the run multiplier passives that are going to give us actual scoring. If I can find a +3, we can add it to the spare 13s to make a 16. That would be excellent. 20 is done. 30. You can come off of there and come to here. And is there 40 there as well? We need 40? Yes, we do. Yeah, we're going to need a whole lot more of these settled die faces, aren't we? There's another BOGO. Oh, I should not be saving up for that, should I? That is too expensive. Alright. I think it's time to pull the trigger on a shop upgrade. We get 1 die for free. Right, top 3, prime bonus times an extra 500%. What's that going to be? 19 billion? Yeah, but we need the passive scoring to increase all of our other goings on, don't we? 15 is going to be out there somewhere. I see 19, 23. There's one there if we don't find a separate one. We don't need the 93. Do we need the 79? We do. Oh, there's 15, right there. I apologize if you spotted it. Yep, you got it. Epic Cat is on the ball. Right, 15, you're done. More random multipliers on stuff. That was a terrible place to put that. You already had a multiplier on something. I don't think top 3 is going to work out for us with this many die. I have a 16 in the middle-ish. Do I? Where is the mythical 16? This one here? I could probably steal that one off. Let's commit that. 1 die below the 15 I did. We just did 15... 2 die, that one there. Looks good to me. So close to a bingo row. We're getting there. We don't even have a green column yet. What were we about to do? I was debating top 3, but I think I don't want it here. think I don't want it. Right, we can surely benefit from moving something off, but we are running out of rolls fast, unfortunately. Right, the 70s are all accounted for. There was that 16 up here. Do we need a 24? We do, so let's move the 16 off. Then we can keep the 24. Do we take 50 times numeric values only? The only things we would lose out on are the things doing the re-rolling that I'm not very invested in, and our shop refresh adders. But we've not gained a whole lot of free shop refreshes, really. But I worry that at some point we're not going to be able to afford the things that we need to keep things functioning. There's another shop weight. Let's grab that. Then we are looking for settled die faces again. Factor 50 multiplier is no good to us. I need settled die faces. Well, I would not mind Passive Hunter, but it's very expensive. Is a 1 to 98 run the highest scoring potential build? Almost certainly not. I don't really know what the scoring potential is if you actually get to a 98 times multiplier on your run. But there are other strategies that are kind of leagues and leagues above this, I think, in terms of scoring. But we will see what we get as we go. Do I want Passive Hunter for 213 million? I don't think I do. Universal reroll times 2, though, is going to be really, really good for us. If not incredibly expensive. Right, there goes about a quarter of our remaining rolls. We still have a die breeder somewhere in the mix. This is the highest fun potential, that is correct. There's a settled die faces. So our scoring now should be considerably higher, though it doesn't feel it. We moved a 16 off, didn't we? We did, so 16 is done. We have an 18 somewhere in the bunch. We need to find the run passives now, though. We are so low on points. I think currently the best strat is going for a lot of shop refresh generators and stop production. Yeah, that's a big one. I think the E130s are not legit, at least on the current build. 18. Where are you, 18? Or should we worry about 66, perhaps? Or 69, because that would give us another run up to 70. Let's do the 69. Green. Right. We actually need these, because 94 through 98 is something we're missing. Passive Hunter would be lovely, but not right now. X-Ray is working on a sandbox mode header, so maybe one day we'll know what the true strategy is. 71, you're in. Right, we have lots of shop refreshers now. So I'm really invested in just finding the passives that we really need. But if they're going to give me 3 settle die faces, I'm going to settle die faces. If we do 66 and 67, we join up this run. So let's do that. There's a 66 and a 67 here. Did we pull off one of those numbers to somewhere else? I see 65. I see 76. There's a 67. For today, I have no idea if I will continue streaming after this run ends, because we'll be going for at least 3 hours, and I did do a whole work day before the stream today. Normally I wouldn't consider streaming on a Friday, but I made a special exception because it was the 1-year anniversary, so we'll see how much pep I have in my step. That's green now. YouTube is trying to send me some kind of warning. What is going on, YouTube? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Well, you're receiving as much video as I've been sending you for the past 20 minutes, so I don't know what you want me to do about it. Where were we? We were building more run. 72, perhaps? That's 21. Die quantity strat when? Die quantity strat when I understand it. Okay. YouTube is having a moment. Did we just do 72? Was it 72 we just did? I think so. I think we just did 72. Right, I need the run passive bonuses. Without them, we are not going to keep scoring anywhere close to what we need right now. So, as much as I'm looking at settled die faces up here, I'm going to grind for the stuff that I really need to make this work. 100% extra on rerolls would be incredible, but I want the runs. It's the first time in my life I've really, really requested the universe for the runs. Not Yahtzees, not top 3. The dice don't go burr. The shop refresh button goes burr. Hey, run multiplier. Add a. Every die in a run will be multiplied by the highest number in the run. X-Ray, I think you missed the tooltip in the language refresh, because adder doesn't work here, and I don't know why so much of every die in a run will be multiplied is all underlined. Tiny misstep on that one, it seems. But let's see if we can save up 385 million. If I run out of rolls before I get there, I'm going to be so mad. 385 million? 385 million? Come on. Boop. Okay, now our scoring potential is much higher. But we have so few rolls left. Let's get 50 times. Now that I'm hoping we're earning considerably higher for a short moment. There's 50x. I'll take a single clover, stick it right there. Then we have 85 refreshes left. I would love... Okay, that is a lot of points right there. We'll see what we can do with this. 73 73 or 18? Let's go 73 if I can find it. There it is. 73. You're done. And everything became incredibly expensive. 74. 74, 74. There you are. You're done. Pairs, stop production, swap something off. Do we have a 75? 78 is fine just there. 72 we don't need anymore. 75 is down here. Do we have a 79 on a prime dice somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Alright, 75. Oh wait, that's movement. Well, I wasted that. I thought I was on settled die faces for a second. Numeric reroll chain. On a reroll, if the rerolled face and the previous roll face are both numerics, add the previous value over. That's going to be massive for our scoring. 10x more passive is going to be massive for our scoring. Settled die faces, 75. Where'd you go? There you are. 75, you're green. Right, I just want as many settled die faces as I can get now. 76, you're in there somewhere. Where are you, 76? Where are you? You're in there somewhere. Unless I've overridden it somewhere accidentally. I've got 78. Where's the 76 hiding? Alright, we'll do 60 instead. Missed it. Middle left-ish. There it is. Thank you ever so much for your excellent eyeballs. Give me 5x on something. That'll do. How close to square are we? Not very at all. Okay, we won't worry about that. Add a random consecutive die. You might have numbers I need. Moving stuff, numbers. No weights reroll in triplicate would be great, but I don't know how much of our remaining 188 rolls this is going to be for hundreds, thousands, millions, but 139 trillion. Worth it. Absolutely worth it. Then 78 is right there. Get set. 79 we haven't seen, but if we have a 71 somewhere, I can add 8 to it. There it is. So that's 79 sorted once we can set it, which we can right now. Do the more expensive one first. Where are we? 79 there. Green. 80. I know you're out there somewhere. At least I thought you were. Next time if I do this, I'm going to have a generic kind of all the 60s stay over here and all the 70s stay over there and work to a more general shape. 80. 80. There it is on those lottery faces. So there is still another run multiplier we're missing. 81. I'm going to find an 81 in the bunch. Or 60. Let's pull this 60 off. Stick it there. We can go to the bottom end of the run. Set that as well. Now, the question is, when do we stop rolling for purchases and when do we try and actually maybe land a score with this? Because I feel like we've gotten a third of the numbers, thereabouts. Right, there's a 59 somewhere out there. Let's find it. That'll do. Could have probably harvested some of the numbers off that, but we're running out of time to be precious about it. Any 81s or 82s around? There's 88, which we have. Stuff in the 40s. We've really not done much with a solid ground in the 40s and 50s. Let's see, 81, where are you? This 99s we should really do something about. Right, I'm not seeing an 81. What else could we do? 18. There's going to be an 18 around here somewhere. There it is. Well, oh, this is move stuff. Right, we'll move the 18 off to there, ready to set it. We can set that 18 immediately. Right, we are getting some decent life out of our remaining 176 rolls now that we've increased our scoring considerably. We did 18 just then. Let's get up to 19. I need colors, 18, green, 19. Right, where's the 19? There it is. Do we need 20, 21? We need 22. We need 24, so let's not butcher that up yet. That could be quite valuable to us, really. There's a 19 there. I'll steal that one. Oops. Okay, we've done more shop weights, but that's fine. So, 20. 20 is going to be fairly easy, surely. 20 won't be too hard to find. We pulled a load of the large whole numbers off down here, didn't we? Let's do that 20 there. Green. There's still scope for success. I have no idea if we ever actually can make all of these, but it would be amazing if we could get 20 and 59 to meet each other. I doubt we will, but it would be amazing if we could. There's a nice easy 21. And then we don't have a set 22 prepared. There's the 59 I should have had earlier, apparently. We don't have an 81. We have 49, 50, 51. Getting close to 50%. I would just love it if I could get half of the numbers all in a big run. Let's see. What do we need? 22. Do we have anything I can buy to add right now? No. Do I have any 11s going spare? If I have a spare 11, we can double it. That's an 11, isn't it? Numeric 11. Double. Numeric 11 into 22. Set 22. There we go. That's that done. Right, 23 and 24. I know 23 is out there somewhere. How about there? We nearly have a line. We need to work on a 24 if we can. But we nearly have a line. 25 is going to be out here somewhere. There's a 20 I never used. 49. 18 we never used. 24, 25. 24, oh, there's a 24. Yes. Right. Once we run out of these refreshes, we're going to be kind of screwed because we're not going to generate more refreshes very easily at all. But let's see if we can find this 25, shall we? There's 24. There's a 20, 23. 25. Boom. Congratulations. You can call row on your bingo cards. All right. I would like the other run bonus now, please. Bingo! I think you actually shout line, don't you? Or corners. X-Ray, you go off and do whatever you need to do. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for making a wonderful game. Congratulations on 100k and 1 year. I look forward to whatever updates or other things you make in the future. Right, where are we at? What do I need? 26, 27. There's a 27 right there. I don't know if I have a 26 anywhere at all. I don't expect to, really. So what else can we drag off? 32. We need to make a 26 and a 28 quite badly. X-Ray, you're very kind. Thank you for plugging the notion of subscribing to the channel if people have not done so and would like to support me. Trying to get me up to the 1,000 subscriber mark is basically the best way you can do that, apart from maybe telling your friends to come and watch every single one of the videos I've ever put out. It'll probably take you a few years, but you know. Right, where are we at? I guess it's just time to start doing any numbers we know that we need, right? So let's do 93. Shop weight onto one of those. 88, we need that. Right, I need a clover. That's a full die of clovers. Lottery stuff, reroll stuff, the numeric 15. I will send you a screenshot of what we get to X-ray. 158 rolls to go. For a minute it felt like we got from about 800 to 200 in no time at all. And now we have this fresh breathing room. +1 to something is surely going to be a big help. But what? Where? What numbers do we just have idly sitting around extra? If we have a spare 80, we might have a spare 80. There's a 90. There's another 90. There's a 60. There's our die of 80s. We could move one off and then add one to it and then reset them. It's not exactly ideal, but could be done. I have 81 next to the 90 in the top. What? What? Where? First of all, I need enough to... So we have an 81, so I can just buy this and set the 81. I have an 81 next to the 90 in the top. $90, 61, mid-right, 18, am I missing it? 79. Where are we at? That's fine, so long as I'm not missing something specific. Right, let's just do 29, why not? But we do have the +1 for something. I need all of these 30s numbers. I should just get them going somewhere. $72, we've got all the 70s, 80, 81, 82. We've got all of the small teen stuff. 43 we still need. 92 we still need. Stuff in the mid-50s. 46 we need. 48 we need. 49 we've got. There's an 85 here, which we do also need. 45, 44, 46. There's a bunch of 40s there, consecutive. 37 we need. Can't see anywhere really useful to put this. Right, that 32 we can make yellow because clearly I've not marked that off. That +1 is just going to confuse me. Let's look for more stuff that's actually going to set numbers. Right, we got a bunch of stuff over here, don't we? 50. Sold. And what else do we have? 59? Got 59. 37. Sold. Move something off. There was a bunch of stuff over here in the 40s. 40 itself can come off. Although we might have had 40 ready already, never mind. Set all faces. That was 3 rolls to get that. That's expensive. Right, 40. You're done. Yeah, I'm just going to set whatever I can, and then if we can fill the gaps in later, so be it. Find the most expensive is 697. Let's see. Let's do 30. There must be a 30 around here. Or 51. Do we need 51? We need 51. Done. Let's not overthink it. Then, what else have we got? 92. Done. Plus 7. Is that going to help me? Probably. 27 plus 7 would make 34, which we need. But we've not done 27 yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. We need... just all this stuff in the 80s is being a pain in the butt. We've got 75 ready. I need some random consecutive dice in the 80s. Don't I? 70... God, what numbers do we still have to work with? 86? We need an 86. 86, you exist out there in the ether at the moment. Sure, let's set it right now. I've lost it. 86. There? Yes? Yes? Sold. I'm amazed how much we're getting out of these last few 100 rolls. Right, stuff in the 40s needs to come out. 40, 41. Let's look for the most expensive one. That's going to be 1018, 1096. It's going to be that one. There's 41. Done. And what else have we got? 46. Done. Do I need 48? I do. That has a 48 on it. Do I need 40 itself? No. 48. Done. Losing me colours. Right, there's 3 more. God, they want to give me all the numbers, don't they? Do I need any of this? 40, we've got 48. 58? We need 58. So we can buy this for 48. Then add 10 onto it. That makes 58. Then we can set that, whichever one of these is the most expensive. Alright, our run is our rolls now are getting dangerously low. There's 58 done. 58, 58, there you are. Right, let's set whatever else we can find. 49 is out there somewhere, waiting to bridge a gap. 49, 49. You're out there somewhere. I see 48. I see 40. I see 44. But 49 bridges the gap between 48 and 51. Middle top. 49. Yes. Excellent. Right, we have 89 rolls left. I would really, really like to get the other roll run passive. So we'll stick this one anywhere that we can. Let's see, 27 sold. It's going to go on there. Right, show me the other run passive. It's the only thing I want at this stage. Because we have, let's just check. We have times run. So 3 or more consecutive number faces rolled at the same time. Every die in a run will be multiplied by the highest number in the run. Run length. I already have them both. Every die in a run will be multiplied by the quantity of dice in the run. I already have them both. I'm looking for a passive that I've already purchased. Shows what I know. Double the highest die would be lovely, but with 89 rolls left, I don't think we're going to get to any kind of incredible score. That cost us 20 just to try and set one number. So I think we're looking at the end of days here. 59 we've done. We haven't seen an 81 in the bunch. 40 is done. 30. Join the club. Give me the free dice. Because we can. Value of all rerolled dice will be increased by 100%. That would be incredible. But there's no way we'd afford it right now, right? No, that is basically going to be all she wrote. So what do we get? 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64 of the numbers are set as their full value on the rolls. But yeah, now that is it. 64 numbers. Not bad going, but not where I wanted it to be. Maybe we will try this again another time, but I think for right now, I'm going to call that a day on the stream. Thank you guys coming out and hanging out with me this evening. I hope you have enjoyed Roll over the past year and might continue to enjoy it in the future. Let's just have one more peek up at that leaderboard. Let's see. What is the lowest score you can still get onto the leaderboard with at the moment? 3.2 E17 would knock off Replay HD. Yeah, thank you guys ever so much for coming, and I will see you again soon. Please consider hitting that like button or subscribing if you haven't already, and there's like 105 other Roll videos in a playlist on the channel. For now, thank you ever so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.